Well, good morning everybody. This is the Green Hornet, and well, today I am working on a Ford Taurus 24 valve Durtech engine. Hopefully you can hear me, but I've already started the work. There's some things I haven't done yet, but I'm doing a tune-up. Only thing I'm doing is changing my wires, and for those of you know, if you want to get good plugs cheap, you can go to Walmart and you can get some Bosch Platinum 2s. For the 99 Ford Taurus, you'll need the 4305. Okay, and then it tells you, your torque 15 pounds. But when you go to do this, the best thing to do first, you can unhook your airflow connector, which you can just take it off all in one piece instead of, just make sure you unhook the connector that's there and here, and they look like this. Okay, then if you can't get here because this is double, and if you don't have good pliers, you're not going to be able to get it, especially if you don't have one set. So you can actually unhook it from the AC port, which it's connected to here. Because the reason why this is, the three are here, and then the other three, if you can see, are back here, underneath here. So then you're going to have to take off the ERG solenoid. You're going to have to unloose the solenoid from the top part. I would best advise to just take the whole solenoid off, because there's a seal here, and if that gets damaged, then that's more parts for you. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. If you got stuck bolts, good nuts off, it's even better than PB. You just spray it on there when you start, and by the time you get to that, they'll come right off. You'll be using a 5/16 for these bolts and pretty much everything on here. 5/16, and then the other size you'll be using is a 10 millimeter. I would advise you to use strong ones, good quality tools like Craftsman, Stanley, or something like that. You can get a set like this at Walmart, but if you have stuck bolts, you'll end up with a busted thing. As you can see right there, it cracked. So, and that's actually 1332, which is actually around a 10 millimeter. You'll end up taking your throttle body completely off and the seal. And if you've not done this in a long time, then you'll have a lot of corrosion in here. And it's going to take pretty much a whole bottle of throttle body cleaner to clean this out. But remember, you have a little hole right here. So you're going to want to plug that if you're going to clean it if it's not plugged, because the throttle body cleaner will get in there. And it took me about, I don't know, a good 25 Q-tips, both ends, to suck all that throttle body cleaner out. And then it, took a little bit of forcing my throttle and pedal in order to clear it out of my system. You want to unconnect it from here, and then you'll take these bolts out and you'll lift this off carefully. So I'm going to give you a heads up. If this is really dirty, then in here is going to be really dirty. So you're going to want to invest in some throttle body cleaner. A good shop vac, doesn't need to be a big one, because you're going to have to clean and shop and suck it out, because you don't want anything stuck in there. But while you're doing all this, it's best to check all your fluids if you don't do it on a regular basis, and make sure your antifreeze is good and everything else. Your transmission, you might have to actually pull the dipstick out, because like me, I dropped the tool back here, and when that dipstick gets in the way, and good thing tools can land right there, or else you're going to have to crawl into the car. Check your brake fluid. You always want to do that. I'm giving you tips on how to keep your Ford Taurus maintained, healthy, and good, because as you can see, I have 201,810,000 miles on my 99, and it still runs good. And also, all your air pressure tire, regardless what the tire says, 33 pounds per square inch for each tire. This is just going to be the first video. I will make another video after this, after I get everything off, because I don't want to bore you with too much time. There's a lot of videos out there. Some are pretty good on this, but there's not many for this style type of car. So I want everybody to have a good heads up. Only thing I'm replacing today is my spark plugs. I'm keeping my wires because my wires are still pretty good. It's just the spark plugs are really bad. I had checked them, and all of them, the front three, they're pretty bad. I do not even understand how my car's running, but I just did a long trip to Columbus and back because I live in Ohio, and when I had to pass 3 cars because they were going pretty slow, I had to go over 100, and I noticed my car wasn't picking up good, and I kind of know that's because I need new spark plugs. So I'll end it here for now. You can work on the car warm, that's okay. Just don't do it when it's extremely hot. And it's best to work early morning or early evening because you really don't want to work in the hot summer afternoon. And if you do this quick and you learn your car quick, you can get it done fast.